Hey guys, it's Psycho Horak here, and welcome to my FIFA 13 gameplay, thoughts, and opinions after seeing the trailer of FIFA 13 and some of the interviews at E3 and such. FIFA 13 is coming out in September, the 29th of September, I believe, and there have been a few new features that have come with it. Actually 5 that have been the big ones that EA have announced have been attacking AI, first touch control, complete dribbling, impact engine, and tactical free kicks. And I'm going to be talking about each of these features and giving my opinions on them. So yeah, first up is the attacking AI. And yeah, I was really happy to hear this feature because finally the attacking AI on my team is making smart runs. They're not just going into an offside position. They're actually making better quality runs, trying to find the space between the defense and not just running into a place where it's impossible for me to put a through ball. That's really nice in my opinion, and a really good improvement by EA in my opinion. Especially in offline, I lose the ball way too often, and in attacking areas due to not having any quality runs. So yeah, I because you can do tricks in offline since the CPU always contains, so I do tricks. But when I have to play like passing through ball playing, it just doesn't work because my players aren't making the runs that I need them to make, and it's just kind of unrealistic. So yeah, that's a really good improvement by EA. The only problem I have with this is how the defensive AI will cope with this. As you all know, the defensive AI for FIFA for a long time has been absolutely shit. Players have been out of position, and so many times I've conceded a goal because the fullbacks or someone is just not doing what he's supposed to do, and it's just really unrealistic. So my question is, if all games are going to end up like 10-9 in FIFA 13, if the attacking AI is improved, but the defensive AI stays the same. So I do hope they've tweaked it at least a little bit to let it cope with these better runs, because otherwise it's just ridiculous and unrealistic if they keep it the way it is. And also, my last thing on the attacking AI is if the movement and runs will change depending on the team you play. For example, if you're going to play as Barcelona, then you would obviously want to have runs, small runs, finding spaces, but possession play. And instead, if you play as Stoke, you're going to want runs into the box. So it'd be interesting to see if EA have put that into the game, so it actually changes depending on the team. I doubt they have though. But all in all, this feature is a really good one, and I'm really looking forward to playing it in the demo. The second feature is first touch control, and the first thing when I heard this that came to my mind was just that this is realistic, and this is really important in my opinion because it's something that FIFA has been missing, this kind of uncertainty of what's going to happen. And if it's good that if you get like a high through ball from like 60 meters, and that you can't just take it down on your chest and perfectly in front of your foot and smack it in, because that's just unrealistic. So yeah, I'm really happy that they've included that. And also what it might do is it will keep the balance between the attacking AI and the defensive AI. So yeah, technically what it does, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, if you don't know, it lets you, it doesn't let you actually, take the ball down perfectly. It kind of gives a kind of uncertainty into your first touch, and at least how I understand it and how EA have been talking about it is it proves a kind of uncertainty to where your touch is going to go, and it's going to be much harder. It's going to go wide, it's going to go too far, too short, going to stay in your feet. So that so yeah, that's the feature, and it sounds really good. And it might also balance between the attacking AI and the defensive AI in the way that the attacking AI won't be that overpowered, or the attack won't be so overpowered over defense if there's this type of uncertainty. Yeah. Also, what it does is, actually what I'm kind of scared is that EA will make it over the top, so that each touch is going to be uncertain, even like an easy one. So yeah, that's kind of I'm kind of scared of, and I hope that they don't do that. So I hope they keep it like it should be, realistic, and not go like everywhere like they did with the impact engine in FIFA 12, so that it's just like way too over the top and like it's overdone kind of. Yeah, so I hope they don't do that. And also, yeah, like I said, it's kind of dependent on context. At least that's what they've let us know. Jesus, I can't talk. Yeah, so that sounds good. The next thing is complete dribbling, and I'm kind of confused about this, so I won't go too much into it because it's kind of the feature that I'm most confused by. But how I understand it is that it's kind of a mix of the, you know, when you hold R2 and L2, or I think on an Xbox, it's right trigger and left trigger, and a mix of that, and then like precision dribbling. And they've actually named it Precision Dribbling 2.0, and they've kind of used the FIFA Street ball control, like they did in FIFA Street for FIFA Street 4 when you hold L2. And so yeah, that kind of seems nice, and it also enables you to shield the ball and kind of keep it more, which is really realistic because it's kind of FIFA. It's what FIFA has been missing, this kind of small area play that Messi is so good at, for example. And yeah, so that should be good, and it could also let the defenders shield the ball from the attackers, like for example to let it go out to a goal kick. So that would be interesting to see how it works. Also, how I understood it is that R2 and L2 would now be a little different than it is normally. You would be able to kind of move around in a more certain area. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going too much into this, so we'll see how it works in the game. Because for example, precision dribbling in FIFA 12, I didn't really use it ever. So it was kind of a useless feature in my opinion. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it works in the game. Next up is the impact engine, and I was happy to, like many of you are probably thinking that, oh my god, they're putting the same features in FIFA 12. But I'm actually happy that EA have put this as their feature, so they're telling us that they're going to improve upon it, because there were so many glitches and things that got totally fucked up in FIFA 12. So it's good that EA try to keep on improving things that maybe weren't perfect, but they were the right idea, so that they keep improving them for the next game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it's much better. And also, since the referees have been absolutely shit in FIFA 12, I hope they also, that kind of comes in there, so they improve them both at the same time. Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. And also, I mean, the player impact engine, it has the potential to become awesome. It has the potential to become like a total game-changing factor if it's done properly. So it'll be interesting to see how much better it actually is, and I hope it loads better, because if it is, then that would be really awesome. Then the last feature, or last big feature that EA have announced, is tactical free kicks. And also, I mean, this sounds like tons of fun. So finally you have some more customization to the free kicks, and it kind of feels like you have more control over what's going on. Especially also in defense, because in defense you're able to move your wall up, like edge it a little closer to the shot, with the risk of the referee calling you back and saying, no, this is where you're supposed to stand. And also you can call an extra player to the wall, or have a player charging at the shooter. So that's something that's really interesting. And also the fact that you can have three players over the ball, and then you can have dummies and all that. It sounds fun. But what I still think the problem is that it's lacking simplicity, and what really needs working on is just to make it more smooth. Right now, if you want to change your player, it's such a huge job. I mean, the screen turns black, and it just feels so ugly and clumsy in a way that it doesn't make. I just don't like how it's like portrayed, the whole free kick. So that's, I think, what EA need to work on. I mean, I still think it's going to feel repetitive, a little less repetitive, but free kicks and corners, they both feel very repetitive. It's always the same thing, when in real life that's certainly not the case. Each free kick, each corner has its own scenario of what's going to happen, and I think that's EA really, they need to, yeah, like in my opinion, it's a lack of, EA aren't really getting it. It's the lack of basics that are needed. like, you need basics. You need to make it simple. If you change player, what I think is that you should have the player coming up to him and saying, hey, let me take this free kick, and the first free kick taker is coming away. That would be really cool, and that's, I think, what EA needs to work on, and I don't think they, like, understood that. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed, but I mean, in the end, it sounds a lot of fun. I mean, tactical free kicks. It's a good idea by EA to make it a little bit more realistic at least. But they do have improving on free kicks and corners and set pieces for FIFA 14. So yeah, I hope they keep on improving on that, like they did with the Impact engine, because it, again, like I said, it has the potential to become really cool. So every time you get a free kick, it feels much more exciting than it does now. Yeah, so that's my opinion on FIFA 13 features. If you don't agree, or you agree, or whatever, if you have something to say or comment, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Yeah, I'll definitely have some FIFA 13 demo gameplay when it comes out, and I can't wait for it. So exciting, and even though maybe not all these features are so game-changing, I still think it's going to be a much better game than FIFA 12. So yeah, this has been Psycho Horak here. Hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up with my latest videos, my FIFA Online Adventures episodes, and some of my Battlefield gameplay as well, if you want. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video. It's been Psycho Horak here, and see you later.
Going in to the final stages, and probably deserved it.